Welcome back to the second half of Ladies Lounge. So we are back with the same topic we were talking about before we took our break, and that is, focusing on a parent keeping their child from the other parent. I've actually got an email that I want to read to my ladies in the studio with me, and I think it's a viewer that's really seeking advice from us, so if we can all kind of come together.
Yep.
I'm going to read exactly what she said, so hold on to your seats, ladies.
Oh dear.
So she wrote, I've been branded insensitive, wicked and malicious because I won't allow my child's father have him at his house overnight or over the weekend. And then she's given a little bit more background to that. So she said 3 years ago, when the baby was just 1 year old, he cheated on her with her best friend.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
And then left.
Wait.
You say what?
Exactly.
Rewind that part again.
Wow.
So he unfortunately cheated 3 years ago. And the baby was only 1 then, so quite young. With her best friend.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And then he made the decision to actually leave them
Oh, wow.
for the best friend.
Oh.
So, breaking the home. And now he's married to her best friend. And he wants her to allow her allow him to spend time with the child, and that means obviously letting the child go over to his place. And unfortunately, I told you to hold on to your seats, ladies. I told you to hold on.
Wow.
Unfortunately, which I mean, you can understand, she doesn't trust the safety of a child with him or her, and she's not comfortable with it. Point blank, she's just not comfortable. And the question really here is, she's asking, would you trust your own child in the hands of the woman who took your husband? Or is she just being petty? Her words.
Wow.
I think we need a time of prayer first of all right about now, because I'm feeling all the emotions right now. I don't have children, but I do have 4 beautiful godchildren of all different ages, and I take that role very, very seriously. I think we need to rephrase that question, because that woman is not your best friend. I don't think she was your best friend.
Exactly.
She may have been a friend or maybe an acquaintance.
Exactly.
No,
She's not.
friends don't do that.
Exactly.
No.
But then why is she, why is the child not allowed to spend time with her
Because she
father?
doesn't trust them.
Exactly.
Why? Just
Understand?
because
Would you trust somebody that did something to you like that?
Absolutely. If he's a good father, how he behaves to
It's
me.
not just
What
the
if they run
father,
off with
it's
the
the
child?
woman too.
What if they run off with the child?
What do you mean run off with the child? Why are they
Anyone
gonna
can
go
do
with the
it.
child?
You can leave the country. You can go and live somewhere else.
What
Change
the
your.
fact that you're separated.
It would be interesting to know.
You have to have something in place called
you
child
would.
arrangement. Where you agree on when the child should see the other parent.
Okay.
Usually it's probably like every other weekend,
Weekend.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Weekend or something like that. I wouldn't stop my child from going to see.
I would understand where you're coming from.
Best friend and my ex-man.
I understand where you're coming from, but I also do think that you've actually kind of bit too soft.
Yeah, I mean,
but at the same point,
she's your best
She's a
friend.
better woman.
No, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but then I'm also thinking about this woman
it's not
as
about
well,
me.
because yes, she doesn't trust them,
Yeah.
which is understandable face value, but then I also want to know, in comparison to what you're asking and what you're saying as well, how long ago did this happen? Like, are we talking
3 years
20 years ago?
We're talking 3 years ago.
Jeez.
That's still recent.
Still raw.
That's very
It's
recent.
raw.
That's very
They
recent.
can't, it's raw.
It's painful.
I have to put
It's
my
painful.
emotions aside and then do what's best for my children or my child if I was in that woman's shoes. So if I have to tell her anything, you say, I know it's painful, I know it hurts, I know you don't trust him, and I know you don't trust her. But however, this is not about your relationship with him and her. This is about their relationship with your child.
But I don't get
Is
that.
your
How
child
can you
safe?
give your child to 2 people you don't trust?
There we go.
make sense.
There we go.
Different. My child
You don't have any
is
peace.
not.
I don't
do
trust
not
you,
know
so how can
my child.
how can I
We
put my
made
child
the
in your care if
together.
I don't trust you?
No.
It doesn't make sense.
Just because I don't trust you, just because you've cheated on me, doesn't mean you're going to hurt the child. You have to
I
think
don't
about
know.
safety here. Is
I
my
don't
child
know.
going to be safe?
Okay,
in that
Kalisha,
home?
do you think she's punishing the child's father, or or the best friend, or said best friend? Ex-best
I
friend?
don't know. You know why? Like I'm literally kind of torn between what Cordelia is saying and okay.
You best bring it, Felicia. Bring it.
Bring it.
Sakina's ready.
I know Sakina's ready, but I think especially like okay, what Cordelia is saying is very, very valid.
Yeah.
Is your child safe?
Yeah.
Do you mean that is the number one priority? Is your child safe? If your child is safe and you know that they are safe, then realistically,
Then fine.
there should be no problem.
Exactly.
I think we're thinking about this emotionally because we're women.
Yeah.
You know, we cannot generally separate like our emotions from a situation. And
Yeah.
I think what she's doing, she's looking at it practically, you know, but emotionally, oh heck no. That heifer's not gonna see my baby. Like if I'm thinking about it from like an emotional point of view, like
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my child around him, around her, around his grandma,
I'm
around one.
I'm personally
know?
not just thinking about emotionally. I'm honestly not thinking that as well. Because yes, you are talking about the trust, but I'm also finding it hard to understand where I'm able to start building that trust when two people that were closer to me than anything else in this
Yes,
world
absolutely.
entrusted their life with me and vice versa,
Yeah.
that we were a unit, have then betrayed me.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can then entrust this part of me going over that you're not going to slap that one up in a bad way. Because personally, what you did to me was a slap in the face. Yes, I might turn the other way, but that's me personally. I can control
Yeah.
me. But a third party, I can't control.
Exactly. I mean, it's
That's
like
just-
it's
There we go,
this.
yeah.
And a child that may be able to speak up, may not be able to speak up. I don't
Exactly,
know.
that's
I
another
think
thing.
where you can possibly do it, and I'm not saying there's a right or wrong answer, and put all Sakina's silly antics aside, but where you can do it, if you want to move forward, I think would be going with other people. If the man and the woman that you're going to are not open to advice from another party, whether it is a counsellor, whether it is family members who can supervise initially, then there's a danger sign. But if they're open for people to input, then okay, they're obviously open to working on the situation in the interest of the child. But if they're showing red flags, even for other people to come in and give advice and support or to supervise, then I'm sorry, I don't trust
But
them.
I mean,
I
for
think
me,
there's
no
they've gotten
Alicia
married.
Keys, right?
I was just
No,
about to say something
They
like that.
went
Yeah,
through
yeah,
the same
yeah.
thing. She went and did the dirty.
But they weren't
with-
friends.
What do you mean?
She and his mother were
But
not
he
friends.
was married. He was in a relationship, in a committed
Yeah.
relationship, and she went and got in, as some people would say, snatched her man, which I don't believe in. But they're together, they're happy, and they've had to deal with a similar issue where she had to allow her children, because obviously they were married, they had kids, to now come and spend time, I guess, with the dad and Alicia Keys. And she said it wasn't the easiest thing to do, it was the hardest thing to do. But she had to think about the child.
Yeah.
Because just because we're in a committed relationship, just because you and I don't get on, you know, this is something that also extends to siblings. You
Yeah,
know, don't
that's
just
true.
look at
That
it
is
as
true.
sisters.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
Let's
true.
say we're
them, yeah.
sisters. We
Yeah.
fight, we do our thing. But are you a good aunt to my
That's
children?
true.
Am
That's
I
true,
a good
actually.
aunt
Yeah.
to your children? So regardless of what I've done to you, don't get me wrong, there's a line somewhere.
Yeah.
In every
Exactly.
situation, there's a line that should not be crossed. But the thing we all should remember here is there's only one person to think about. Yes,
child,
I'm
yeah.
hurt. Yes, I'm devastated that you cheated on me and that my best friend sort of broke our trust like that. But this is a child's father. They have a relationship, you know? And
Okay, but can I just
yeah.
can I just go back to the point where she's saying they got married? They actually went and got married. I mean, I get what you're saying with Alicia Keys, but like Alicia said, Alicia Keys was not friends with the
They
mum.
weren't
They weren't
friends.
best friends. And then these two have actually gone and gotten married. That's quite a huge blow.
Very tricky.
It's all
Yeah.
about safety and well-being of the child. It's simple as that, as far as I'm
It is,
concerned.
but I think
As
you
long
shouldn't
as
be naive
child
about
is
the whole
safe-
situation.
It's not about being naive.
No, naivety in the sense of, oh, they've
would
done
not-
it. Let me
doesn't mean-
forgive it
no,
and let
it's
me
my
move on from the child.
You've got
No,
you've
I
got to
never
deal
said
with
I'm
the
doing
grief.
it.
no,
That's different.
No, I'm saying in terms
Me
of being
forgiving the person
blanketly.
and how I deal with them, that's different. But this is about the child involved. So I've got to take myself out of it.
But what example is the father setting for his child doing things like that?
You know
Unfortunately,
what?
we don't know, yeah.
That's another
true, yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
Like
Completely,
you said,
yeah.
there's counselling, there's other things you can deal with. Things happen. We're not gonna hang people on, okay, they've made their decision, whatever it is, whether it's a mistake, whether it's working for them, that's their decision. At some point in life, we have to respect other people's
Totally,
decisions.
yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
If they choose to be happy, anyways.
So let's wrap this up, ladies.
Yeah.
What are we saying? What are we
That.
telling this lovely lady who's written into us? What
Yes.
what are our final bits of advice?
What do we say?
My main
Yeah.
thing would be get professional counselling.
Okay.
She sounds like she needs counselling for herself. She needs emotional
Yeah,
counselling
exactly.
internally
Cool. Yeah.
and how to control herself as a mother and as a woman in her situation.
Okay.
And the counselling as well for the right advice of what to do according to the law of this land of what she has a right to do and what the father and his new wife has to do as well.
I would basically just kind of echo, second your opinion. But I would also, as Cordelia is saying, take into the fact that the child is the priority.
Yeah.
The child is the priority. And
Yeah.
I would more than likely advise her to try to not be emotional about it. As in remove her emotions and think about it logically
Yeah.
about the
Exactly.
safety of her child.
When it comes to this, the only reason you should stop your child from seeing the father if you are concerned about the child's safety and well-being.
Yeah.
But if that's not a concern, I'm sorry, I know it hurts, sister. I know it's painful, but that child must see their father.
Yeah, exactly. Great. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies. I think we got a few important messages out there, key messages, and we hope this lovely lady's taken the right information out of everything that we did say. And until next week, bye.
Yeah.